Survivors, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Assuming this video doesn't take up all of the memory on my computer again, we need to do some things. So since the last video, I have moved. I'm now over here, right at the 50 line. And as you can see, I have kind of cordoned off a pretty big area for me to build and expand. Also got another Quetzal. If you see that right there, that is a Quetzal trap. I will go through how to make that in another video. I've also pillared and ceilinged off this little river, just make things easier to get across. And I have this big monstrosity. Yeah, I have that. So let's go in and see what we got in there. First off, right off the bat, I have a little shelf which I am eventually going to use for my most used flyers. Right now I just have my tappies and my Argents in there. As you can see, I also have a Rex skull. Nothing too big deal about that. Over in here, I have my storage with way more boxes than I need. And most of them are categorized. I believe I have the oil over here. Hold up. Yep. Here it is. I'm going to need to grab, let's go ahead and drop all of that. Don't need any of that. Let's go ahead and drop, or grab a couple hundred oil, as well as a couple hundred hide. Alright. And then back behind here, my refining forges, and Enki, which I thought I got out, but I apparently did not. And as you can see, I got these refining forges going. Smelting some metal. And I'm going to go ahead and clear this out a little bit. Let's go ahead and leave that metal in there for right now. And I'm going to put this oil in here and the hide. And I'm going to start making a few gallons of gas. Because today, we are going to be expanding my upstairs. Which, as you can see, needs a lot of work. Hey, look, my pickup. I have some forges right here, or not forges, some smithies right here, some fabricators right here. My plan is to get a industrial forge up in here. I'll probably bust out a couple of those ceilings to make it fit. But in order to get my industrial forge, I need cementing paste, crystal, metal, oil, and polymer. Alright, none of that's really too hard to get. Really the only, let's go with delay in that. It's going to be the cementing paste. But I'm going to show you how to get cementing paste relatively easy on the island map. But in order to do that, first I need some scuba gear. And I can make the mask no problem, but I need the polymer for the tank and the leggings. I'm not really going to worry about the fins. Well, because I need that polymer, I believe polymer takes cementing paste as well. Yeah, polymer does take cementing paste and obsidian. But using cementing paste to get cementing paste is kind of a little, let's just say, counterproductive. So I'm going to use something else, or I'm going to go farm some penguins to get that. And then with that scuba gear, I'm going to go to the swamp cave. As you can see, I have a lot of frogs. Started out with 2. I built a little breed pen, and things got a little out of control. So we're also going to use this as a way to control my frog population. Yeah, I was messing around with the settings and These things are now set to breed like every 2 minutes, and the eggs only take like 30 seconds to hatch. Yeah, that got, and they grow up in like maybe 2 minutes. So things got a little out of hand really quickly. Yeah, but let's go ahead and go get that organic polymer from the penguins. Alright, so here I am on one of the icebergs out here. And as you can see, I have a couple penguins out here. So let's just go ahead and get some of this organic polymer. Now on official servers, you're probably going to have to harvest a lot more than just one or two. And I believe you get the most from baby penguins, and using a moss chops, to the best of my knowledge, is the best way to get a lot. Other than that, I believe the club is still the best way to manually harvest organic polymer. And as you could probably tell, or as you might already know, I'm going to need something else other than just the scuba gear. I'm going to need some feet and some gloves, so I'm going to be using the ghillie suit for that, because the swamp cave has poisonous air, thus why you need the scuba gear, and it is also relatively hot in there, so that's why you use the ghillie. And as you can tell, I still need some hide and fiber for that. So I'm going to stop off right over here. Hey, look, Rexus. There was two, right? Yeah. Level 20 and level 10. No big deal. Alright, so let's just go ahead and get some fiber. Go ahead and hop back on here. Transfer that polymer over to my inventory, as well as the hide. And now I can craft those up on my way back to my base. And I should have at least 1 gallon of gas now that I've been gone for a minute or so. So I should be able to make the rest. Go ahead and head back in here. I believe it was this one that I put the gas in. Yes, it is. Oh, and these are going to be making charcoal for me around the clock, just so I could have some charcoal to make gunpowder. So I can make trank darts and all of that good jazz. Let's go ahead and transfer the polymer over, as well as the gas. And if you guys don't know this, on Xbox you could just press the right stick to turn on anything that needs to be turned on. So fabricator, Indus forges, the cooking stuff, basically anything that requires a fuel to start. I did not mean to take that gas out. Go ahead and leave that gas in there. Grab that, grab that, grab that. Alright guys, so the swamp cave is going to be roughly at 65-36-ish. If you want some visual reference, it is in the redwoods. Just a little bit away from the oasis in here. I don't know if that's what that's actually called, but that's what I'm calling it. And yeah, without fail, I always seem to get lost coming over here. But so just take that in mind. Now, you're going to want to place at least one respawn location right here. I'm using sleeping bags right now. You can use a bed if you want, but I definitely recommend at least sleeping bags. And if you're on an official server or on servers with kind of rude-ish people on there, you're going to want to hide those, like whether they be in the foliage or whatever, just so people don't destroy them while you're down in the cave. Now, before we go in, make sure you equip your scuba gear as well as your ghillie. Then go on and head on in. Now, I am on a single player, so I don't know if things are actually going to spawn in here right away, or if I'm going to need to log off then relog in. Here we go. Alright, now once you're here, go ahead and just use the left trigger button to kill as many things as you can, as quick as you can. Keep an eye on your weight and on your health. I believe I'm actually full right now on my inventory slots. So I'm going to back up. I'm just going to type in raw. I'm going to drop all of the raw meat. And as you can see, just from that little bit, I am kind of set on cementing paste, but that's not enough for me. And it looks like my Argent is getting attacked. So let's go ahead and help out my Argy. Once I get past the load line, let's go ahead and kill that. Drop all that. I'm gonna drop the raw meat from killing that raptor. Now I'm just going to transfer everything over to the Argent. Probably should have cleared out the Argent's inventory first. Go ahead and do that now. And you know what? I think that the Argent is attracting things just from being outside. So I'm going to get the frog in first, because I realized that I'm probably not going to be able to fit both in with putting the Argent in first. I'm going to take the frog in first, and then I'm going to see if I can't get the Argent in there. And with the way the caves work in this game, if you go in and out like this, you will be going in and out of load areas. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'll be able to fit the Argent inside, so I'll just leave the Argent there and hope for the best. But the swamp is a different load area than the rest of the map. All of the caves are. So just keep that in mind if you're having difficulties. And I've heard tell that they are actually adding leeches. Whoa! That they are actually adding leeches into the swamp cave. Alright. And as you can tell, my armor just broke. And as you can probably hear, my guy is now taking damage. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And even though I would like more stuff, I'm just going to leave it at that. There should be plenty of cementing paste for right now. Come back later when I need more. Once this loads, let's just go ahead and see how much we got from that one. Not that much. Looks like we filled up on raw meat on that go. There's probably a Titan mode that I didn't realize was there or something. Alright, we are back at base. As I was flying here, I found a Alpha Raptor just outside of my gate. So we're going to take this frog and take care of that Raptor. And as you could probably tell from what just happened to me, I was a little unprepared. I only have one set of scuba gear on me, so you're going to want to make sure you have multiple sets, especially if you're doing it by yourself, because your stuff can get destroyed relatively quickly in there. Hold on as I kill this Raptor. There we go. What did we get from her? Nothing too special, but I could always go for another Raptor claw. And might as well keep that, as well as a boatload of prime. Alright, but yeah, when you're going into that swamp cave, definitely make sure you bring multiple sets of scuba gear, just so you don't need to call it short like I just did. There's some pretty good loot drops in there from my remembrance. There's also, I believe, 2 of the Explorer notes, and yeah, a lot of bugs, so be prepared. And like I believe I was trying to say before my stuff got destroyed, I believe there's also supposed to be leeches in there, so just be warned of that. But we got the cementing paste. We got 2,624. That's going to be plenty for right now. Let's go ahead and put that in here. I'm not going to have enough room for all that because of all the other useless junk that I threw in there. I guess not useless, but unnecessary. So let's go ahead and take all of that. Put the cementing paste back in. What else am I going to need for that industrial forge? Oh wow. I only need 600 cementing paste, so let's go ahead and just put 600 in. Alright, I'm gonna need 250 crystal. I got some of that downstairs. I'm gonna need 2,500 ingots, 400 oil, and 400 polymer. Let's go ahead and move the polymer over, see if we're short or if we're high. We are high by 50, so I'll just go ahead and take out 4 of these stacks just in case some of it spoils. I'll put in another stack just to be safe. I'll go ahead and throw that metal in there also. But I need crystal, metal, and oil. So let's go ahead and get some of that. As well as drop off the rest of the cementing paste. I believe I have charcoal up here. Alright. I have metal ingots over here. And I need 2,500. I doubt I'm going to be able to do that in one trip. Let's see though. What's my current weight at? That. Alright, so let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Yeah, I'm going to just use 18 right now. I'll be back for more later. Go ahead and put that in there. And I just realized that I don't have a... Oh, I do have a fiber box. Do I have multiple fiber boxes? I do. So go ahead and offload the fiber. I have a pearl box. And I'll go ahead and put that... go ahead and put this in here for right now. We'll be back for that later. Let's go ahead and drop off that metal. Well, let's put that gas back in there. And it was 400 oil? Yeah, it was 400 oil. Oh yeah, and also the crystal. Alright. So let me just finish with that metal right quick. That should be enough. Go ahead and grab some of that oil. And crystal. I don't remember how much I had up there, so I'll just grab 3 stacks. Well, that's not gonna work. Okay. Or maybe it did work. Let's see. Oh yeah. So I'll go ahead and turn this on. Craft that. Take that right now. And I will go ahead and place it right there. Yeah, as you can see, it is getting clipped by the ceilings up there, but I should still be able to use it. And it shouldn't really be too much of an issue up here, because I honestly don't even know what I'm going to be doing up here. But it's not that far through. Yeah, so the industrial forge takes a little bit over 5 wall heights to fit it in. If you want it without having something sticking through, it is going to be 6 to keep it from poking out. So now let's see if I could access this ladder. I could access the door. There we go. Now can I close the door? Yes, I can. Alright. So, there you go. I have been to the swamp cave, got some cementing paste, and I was able to build a industrial forge. So that's going to make things go a whole heck of a lot quicker, because as you could see down here, this Anki has a little bit of metal on them, but whoa, all these don't. All right, but all of these forges going on at one time, I'm going to start dedicating these just for charcoal, if not completely remove them. But if I remove them, I don't know what I'm going to do with this room. I suppose I could knock out this wall. Oh yeah, let me know down in the comments what you think I should do. Should I leave all these forges here? Should I take them out? And if I should take them out, what should I do with this room? Let me know down below. Famine52 signing out. See you next time.